6.1 Leonardo DiCaprio. 1,
Where and when was he born?
He was born in Los Angeles in 1974.
2,
What was his mother doing when she chose his name?
She was looking at a Leonardo da Vinci painting.
3,
When did he get his first film role?
He got his first film role in 1991 when he was 16.
4,
What was he filming when he had the most fun in his life?
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
5,
When did Leo Mania begin?
It began when he was 22, after he starred in Romeo and Juliet.
6,
How long has his foundation been supporting environmental causes?
Since 1998, when it was founded.
7,
When was he first nominated for an acting Oscar?
When he was 19.
8,
How many times has he been nominated?
6 times.
9,
Has he ever won an Oscar?
Yes, he finally won his first Oscar in 2016 for The Revenant.
10,
Which famous actors have appeared with him?
Robert De Niro, Johnny Depp, Claire Danes, Kate Winslet, and many others.
11,
How many model girlfriends has he had?
7 so far.
12,
How much money has he donated to conservation projects?
More than $70 million.
6.2 Switching saddles.
Sorry, did you say you're going to the races tomorrow? Since when have you been a horse racing fan?
Well, it's more that I've always been a fan of Victoria Pendleton. She's riding in a big race tomorrow.
But she's a cyclist.
Well, yes, she was. She won Olympic gold in Beijing and London. She was amazing, but in fact, she didn't enjoy competitive cycling that much. So she retired, and she's a jockey now.
Ah, really? I didn't know that. How long has she been a jockey?
She's only been in a few races so far, but she's been training hard for over a year. She'd never sat on a horse before that, though.
Wow, that's incredible.
It is. For the last year, she's been taking part in a challenge called Switching Saddles to see if she can ride in a top jump race within a year. She's been trained by the best people right from the start, of course.
It's still a huge challenge for a beginner, though. And those jumps always look scary to me. Has she had any falls?
Oh, yeah. She's fallen off a few times in training, and she came off in one of her first races. But she's fallen in love with horse riding completely, and I'm hoping to see her win her first big race tomorrow. Or at least stay on.
Brilliant. Good luck to her.
Yeah.
6.3 1,
How long are you here for?
4 more days. We came 2 days ago.
2,
How long have you been here?
Since Monday.
3,
How long have you been here?
Over half an hour. Where have you been?
4,
How long are you here for?
Until Friday. We're leaving Friday morning.
5,
How long are you here for?
We're staying a month altogether.
6.4 Part 1
And there are great adventures to be had in many different kinds of environments, forests, deserts, mountains. What is it that attracts you to the potential utter misery of the poles?
Well, if I'm honest, it was actually just an opportunity that came my way when I saw a newspaper advert that asked for applications to go to the North Pole. And I'm a great believer in taking up opportunities, so I applied and I found myself in the Arctic. Having got to the Arctic, I loved the place. It blew my mind away. You're walking on a crystal ice that moves, it makes sound, it groans. Yes, it's trying to kill you most of the time, but it feels like a living beast. Nature at its rawest. And I'd never experienced anything like that before, and I was hooked from day one.
All I'm getting from you now is positivity and optimism and joy, but I know for an absolute fact that it isn't always like that.
Most of the time it's not. Most of the time you're in agony, you're pulling a sledge, and you're on our North Pole expedition in 2002. It was an 80-day expedition. On day 37, we had gone just 69 miles of the 500 miles. That's how slow we'd gone, barely 2 and a bit miles a day. Every inch of our body screamed with pain. But you know, the sense of achievement really overcomes the horror. And like anything in life, when we've finished and we've got through it, we take away the beauty and the greatness and the joy, not the pain and the horror. As I would imagine there would never be more than one child born if we didn't take the beauty away from the great experiences of life.
It's interesting you say that. Actually, Ranulph Fiennes talks about the fact that to be an explorer, and particularly a polar explorer, all you really need is a terrible memory. And that actually, you know, all that you take away with you is, as you're saying, really, those transcendent moments, and you forget about all of the chafing and the blisters and the gangrene.
6.5 Part 2.
You had a very normal childhood and upbringing.
Yeah, I was born in the city of Bradford, and that's quite an industrial city, and from working class parents where we were expected to leave school. I left at 15, just before my 16th birthday, and then we had to go get a job and bring income into the house. That's what we did. And that's what I did. And as a child, I had 4 older brothers, so we were always getting up to mischief. But as soon as I grew up, I took a normal job. I was in a bank, and I thought I would have children. The height of my ambition was to go back to the bank and progress to be a manager. And that was all my expectations were, up until I saw a newspaper advert. And it changed my whole world and perception and life.
Legendary climber Joe Simpson was, like you, the last of 5 children. And he talks about how, as a child, you were always seeking to find your niche in a family and in life. And as the 5th, all of those niches have already been taken, and you have to work even harder to try and impose your character. And he says that that's pretty much fundamental to how he got into becoming an explorer, an adventurer, and a climber. Do you think that had any kind of formative part in your life?
Absolutely. But I would say possibly slightly different in, I was the 5th, but I was the only girl, so I had 4 brothers. So my psyche was, I never felt I was good enough or big enough or strong enough because I've got these boys who are running around, and I come from the kind of background where girls really weren't expected to be boys. And so I found that I was fighting because I wanted to be one of them. I wanted to be able to go and play football and climb the trees. And so I did. And you can guarantee if my older brother said, there's a really high tree there, who's going to do it? I'd be up there first. Not because I could or because I wanted to, because I wanted to prove myself to them. And just through doing that, I guess I became more daring, took more risks, and then found the joy of getting to the top of the tree and, wow, look what I've done. Especially if they couldn't do it, that was even better. So certainly I think being the last, you're always trying to prove yourself to your older siblings.
What do you think it is that's special about you that allows you to do the things you do?
Nothing more than stubbornness and bloody-mindedness. I haven't got any special qualities. I'm fairly intelligent, but I'm not a genius. I'm not stronger than anybody else. I am able to face my fears, and I'm able to put myself into difficulties and just keep going.
6.6 Saying numbers. 1,
150 or 150. 2,150. 680,575.
6.7. Saying numbers. 2,
07700 900 568. 0.5. 0 degrees centigrade. Italy 2, Germany 0.
6.8. 1,
What time does the train to Heathrow leave?
13:45.
2,
How far is it from London to the Bahamas?
4,342 miles.
3,
How long is the flight?
9.5 hours.
4,
How much is a return ticket?
£1,171.
5,
What's your credit card number?
6356 5055 5137 9904.
6,
What's the expiry date?
0724.
7,
How much does your suitcase weigh?
21 kilos.
8,
What's your mobile number?
07700 900 834.
9,
What's the VAT rate in the Bahamas?
7.5%.
10,
What's the average temperature?
Between 24 and 29 degrees centigrade.
6.9.
Good morning. Where are you flying to?
The Bahamas, Nassau, Flight 860.
Okay, how many bags are you checking in?
Just the one?
Put it on the scales, please. I'm afraid that's over the weight limit, sir.
By how much?
Rather a lot, I'm afraid. It's 29.5 kilos, and you're only allowed 23. It means we have to charge an excess baggage fee of $75. That's 52 pounds.
What? That's the same as paying for an extra bag, isn't it?
No, a second bag would be $125. 87 pounds.
Whoa, that's steep. Well, I guess I'll just have to pay the charge then.
Sorry about that, sir. You can pay at the service desk over there, and, do you have carry-on luggage?
Yes, just this one.
I'm afraid that's going to be a problem too, sir. It's above the size restrictions.
What?
It won't go in the baggage check. It needs to be 55 by 35 centimeters. This will have to go in the hold.
Oh, no, I'm not paying another $125 for another bag.
Don't worry, sir. I won't charge you for that one.
Oh, well, thank you.
Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is 17A, and it'll start boarding at 11:35. Your seat number is 50C.
Thank you.
Oh, it's just come up on my screen. That flight's been delayed by 1.5 hours. You'll be boarding at 1:05 now. I am sorry.
It's just not my day, is it?